Alright, so it's 10:30 p.m. I'm technically recording this video, you know, um, earlier than the previous one, but I think I need to go to sleep, and I need to go to sleep as soon as possible. So I'm gonna just quickly go ahead to what I have done today. Going towards, heading towards, inshallah, becoming a millionaire. So there's a couple of things. There's three things which I like to, classify as. There is startup. Okay, there's startup world. I mean, we're building multiple startups. Like we're gonna be building many startups in the future. We're gonna accumulate a number of startups in a long run. So we're gonna have a portfolio of them. So which is cool, right? So yeah. Of course, it's not that we're gonna be jumping from one startup to another one. We're gonna be developing, working on something. It's a little bit more complex to explain when you understand when it's enough to working on something and moving to something else. It's a little bit complicated to explain that. But I myself don't completely understand the whole story behind it. And that's the beauty of it, kind of. I like to do instead of thinking all the time. Okay, so there's startup. Yeah, we're even right now currently building right now one startup, and I think inshallah until the end of July we're gonna be finished, because there's a lot of things which we just turned away, which is content moderation, playlist, being able to download multiple videos at the same time, which used to be a killer feature, but right now, because we're on a freemium mode on Versal, which is our hosting and for non-technical people server, it's not allowing us to store too much data on it, so we can't afford this feature yet. Okay, so there's content moderation, there is blog, which we wanted to make on the website. It's already two things. What else we got? History of downloads, I think, is gonna be a useless feature, so we screw that. Blog, I think that's it. Yeah, I made a responsiveness for an app today, so now you can use it from your mobile and don't struggle. And I think the only thing which has left is to add a Russian language, because why not? And okay, getting back, so there's startup, and there's agency, and there's personal stuff. Personal is basically my YouTube channel, maybe sponsorships, maybe some kind of interesting stuff going over there. Like personal is a little interesting and different. I don't want to get into that because I don't really like to talk about it. But as a plan, F, plan D, plan whatever, you can say that as a personal is to maybe I don't even want to say that. Okay, whatever. Because I really want these two things to work out for me. I just want to say getting a coding job, maybe like something like that, like. But I don't want to say that. It's not like something I even want to say. It's not. Yeah. Okay, so there's a startup, there's agency. In both of them, we made a really great milestone breakthroughs today, alhamdulillah. Because making responsiveness for your startup is basically, you can say that you completed the startup to a certain degree, and we can officially move on to something else. And because the language was like handed not to me but to a friend of mine, and so technically I now can switch my brain to think about something else in the next startup which we're going to be technically building and prepare myself, right? Yes, kind of, to a certain degree. I just have to manage this marketing stuff, and that's it. I have to, sorry, I have to delegate it to somebody else. Um, Thankfully, I have a friend of mine who is not a great coder, but you know, I reached out to him, maybe edit videos for us, and he agreed, which is good. Alhamdulillah. Okay. This is about startup, and I hope even before the ending of the July, officially are gonna move on to something else, maybe, probably, because marketing is not like something you're gonna do like 1 day, 2 day. It's not like a something you can measure, all right? It's something you just do, and as good as it performs, you just try to do it more, right? That's why. um, let's see as we go, because marketing is not like something I can guarantee you we're gonna spend this amount of time or this amount of effort. Okay, getting back to agency. Okay, moving forward to agency, I'm sorry. um, we needed to find a web designer, and we needed to record a VSL, aka an offer video where we explain our offer to the potential clients. So that got a little difficult for me, because the problem with VSLs is that you have to be authentic and you can't edit the video. You press the record button and you just start talking, but you can't talk about whatever you want, and you can't treat a potential client as like your friend of yours who are watching this video. So that's why you have to be a little more responsible, but at the same time you can't allow yourself to memorize a script, so you have to be a real human. And that's the tension which made me really stressed, because I'm not a native speaker. I can't I have to think about what am I going to be saying, and I have to translate it in my mind sometimes. um, and when you have like a time limit of I have to fit in everything in the 2 minute video or like 3 minute video, that makes it even worse, right? So yeah, it was hard, so I didn't fit into that time frame. I used any kind of tool which I could to delete all this bad takes and silence moments from the video, as much as I can. But yeah, I made like 3 minute and 50 seconds long video, which supposed to actually be like a just 2 minute long video. So anyway, web designer. So getting here, I wanted to actually if you take a look at my goals for today, I as you can see, I'm not writing as many goals as I used to do before. For example, like here it used to be like one single day, like full page nearly of goals. But what I have realized is that even if I write down like 7 or 8 goals, I accomplish like 4 or 5 of them, and I just screwed and removed. I think here, yeah, I just said to myself to be patient with certain goals and like just take them away for now. Just don't get distracted. And here am I was just, I think 4 or 5, not 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6. Okay, you can say 6, but vlogging is like something I just do. It's not like a goal. Yeah. Yeah, there have been some people who messaged me back from like I think last time I messaged like 22 people on Instagram and dribble.com combined. I got some rude people replying to me and stuff like that. So yeah, I replied them back with actual offer. That first message was just an opening message, whatever. But now I actually send them a message with an offer, saying that we can't pay you, but we're very, very, very great people, and we have systems, we have VSLs, and work with us kind of motive. But these people, the least of them has like 300 subscribers on Dribble, which is like 60, 70, 80 subscribers on Instagram, which is, they have an audience. So I think they have tasted a taste of, you know, closing a client and making money from it, and, you know, working for free to some kind of agency. And I don't know, I hope inshallah we're gonna be able to close them, because the quality of their labor and the quality of how they design is really good. And having this kind of A player, or, you know, whatever, CD, BD, whatever player in our team would have been really great. Yeah, because I'm not a senior engineer. You know, we don't have like, you know, freaking best players in the world right here in our agency. I mean, I'm barely a junior developer who, you know, didn't pass like 3 or 4 coding interviews. All right, so like, you know, telling that, you know, we need an A player web designer is not, it's a wrong thing to me. I mean, we just don't need an A player. Like, I mean, we're gonna be fine with B, C, or whatever. Like, I mean, yeah. And it's already 11 minutes, but okay, I'm gonna tell it. 2 really great news, because I usually used to make like a, I mean, this day is already great because we made so much progress in like 2 things, not one. I used to do one progress in one thing, like startup or agency, but today we recorded a VSL, which was the hardest thing to do so far. But I sat down today, I just made it, I went through this thing. I recorded it, and now we just have to make a little bit of like here and there sneaks and peeks, and, you know, send it to guys, and we're gonna start to reach out. And when we're gonna start to reach out, I'm expecting to be able to close calls, and calls are equals inshallah clients. And same with our agents. Okay, I'm sorry, startup. I made the responsiveness, I made the last, how to say that, fixes which had to be done and made, and they are set. So what can make this day even better is making a large progress even in my personal day, you know, personal brand and stuff like that, you know. I think we find a graphic designer. Of course we need more than one, you know, we have like more than one YouTube channel, but still I'm pretty excited. I'm happy, what I can say. And inshallah, tomorrow or day after on Sunday, I'm gonna have a meeting with a video editor. So today I had a video, you know, meeting with graphic designer, and in a couple of days I'm gonna have a meeting with a video editor. He's gonna make short clips out of my long videos, and we are gonna be cooking it. Inshallah, we're gonna be cooking it. Of course, yeah, I mean, as I said, we need more than one video editor and designer, because we have obviously more than one YouTube channel. But still, I mean, bro, yeah. Okay, see you later, man. I mean, see you tomorrow.